Hi there, like my screaming goat? I'm sure you don't. Today I thought I would talk about the reseller beginning toolkit, so to speak. So let's get into that. How's it going, you guys? If you don't know who I am, I'm Kraus House, Sift and Thrift, Cindy Kraus. I said that backwards, but oh well, it works. I'm a reseller of 21 years. I mostly sell on eBay, but I've also sold on other platforms, Poshmark, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace. And how are you guys doing today? Today I thought I would do a little change of scenery. I got my backdrop here. It's a huge picture. I actually used it when I was doing Whatnot shows. That was my background. And I'm considering doing Whatnot again just because I keep hearing resellers praising it, saying how great it is. It's, I would like to do it. When it gets a little warmer here, we're still in the 50s. I'm so tired of it. I'm a summer girl. I'm born and raised in Southern California, so I do not like this cloudy, rainy, cold weather. I'm so over it. Probably by next month it'll be warm. Some places in the country it is warm. It's 70, 80 degrees, but we haven't hit that yet. We're in Pendleton, Oregon, which is Eastern Oregon, and I was told by some of the residents that this is unusual. Usually it's warmer by now, but oh well, we have to endure for a little while. We got a little sun today, but it's like in the 50s. I'm still on my long sleeves and my sweaters. So today I thought I would talk about, I've already done a video on reselling basics. I've always talked about my channel, channel being for beginners, people who are thinking about reselling and haven't done it yet, or just started reselling. Of course, seasoned resellers can watch my channel and learn something, but I always wanted to cater to the newbies, so to speak, because you guys are the ones that need help. And I know when I started reselling, I would have loved to see a channel like this that tells me, the tips, tricks, and topics of eBay, the ins and outs, what you should and what you shouldn't do, because that would have saved me a lot of, time and sometimes money if I'm making mistakes. But sometimes making mistakes on your own is a good thing, because you will learn from them, hopefully never do them again. But I would love to save you guys from making mistakes. So I am here to educate you. I've got my little list because I cannot rely on my memory. I am 60 years old, so memory isn't gone yet. But yeah, sometimes it does. It is tough to remember things. And I do take like a memory focus pill every day. You can get them on Amazon. I've tried a few. I don't recommend one over the other. This one's like $15. I get them like every other month. And I just take a couple a day. And I feel like it really does help me with memory of focus. So if that's something you guys are having issues with, I would recommend you looking in on Amazon. There's all kinds of pills, and there's, powders and shots. I think what it is it's a liquid shot, and then that, would help your memory and your focus. So I would recommend that if that's something you guys are struggling with. So let's start with the basics. These are very basic. These are not for people who have been reselling a long time and already know what they're doing. These basics are basics. They're for people that just really don't have a clue or not sure, and they want to start selling on eBay or another platform, and they're like, oh gosh, where do I start? Maybe it's somebody that's not very computer fluent, who needs a little help and a little nudge and just needs to know what to do. So I'm really going to start at the very, very basics, you guys. And I'm sorry for the seasoned reseller. You know, you guys are probably going to, I don't know, be bored. I'm not sure. Maybe you'll stick with me anyway. That would be awesome. So obviously you will need a computer. You can list on your phone. I don't recommend that. I have done it before, but the listings are worse on your phone than on your computer. It's a totally different thing to list on the app, the eBay app on your phone, or whatever app you're using, Poshmark, Mercari, etc. It's totally different. Now, if you're doing Poshmark or Mercari on your phone, I'm not sure the difference between those apps and your computer, but I know the eBay app and the eBay computer desktop version are completely different. My listings look wonderful on the computer app, but I will, do a listing on the eBay app and I'll go look at my computer. It looks terrible. The font is bad. The spacing's bad. And you can't even fill out all the fields that you can on the computer app. So I only use my smartphone eBay app when I'm like out and about or just want to get a listing up there quick, and I go look at my computer later and tweak it and make it look better. So I would recommend that you have a desktop computer or a laptop. That would be my recommendation. You could probably even do it on a tablet, as long as you have internet, Wi-Fi. So yeah, make sure you got your laptop or your computer or tablet, or if you only have your phone, you still could use your phone. And you have to have a printer, some kind of printer. I just have a DeskJet. I had to write this down, 2742E. I've had many, it's HP. I only get HP because I like to get HP ink. And that is a service where you pay monthly and they send you ink when you're getting low. And it's really nice. I used to have to really scramble to buy ink. Not anymore. And they provide you the black ink cartridge and the multicolor. Just realized I wasn't looking at you guys. I have to make sure I'm looking in the right place. And I'm trying to get better about that. And so anyway, you want to make sure you have a computer with ink. You can get a Rollo or thermal jet printer. I've looked into that, but I want to stick with my HP for a while. I've heard that some thermal ink printers can jam. I know a lot of people swear by them. I'll probably get one eventually. But I use my printer to print out other things, not just labels on eBay. So it's a multi-purpose machine for me. Get any kind of printer. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be HP, Canon, whatever. Just you're going to need a printer. I know some people have started out where they don't have a printer and they go to the post office to print the labels. I would not recommend that. Post office is going to overcharge you for labels. eBay gives you a discount when you print labels with them. So I would only do that. And maybe when you're starting out, you just want to get a couple of things shipped out, and that's fine. But I would not do that after that. Just make sure you get your own printer. It's convenient. You print your labels from eBay or pirate ship. That's a whole nother thing we could talk about later. I also just bought an HP F380 from a yard sale for $5, just because my cat broke off the top of my current printer. He jumped off and knocked it off, and it's the paper holder. And once you break those off, it's plastic. A plastic notch broke off, so there's no way you're going to put that back. Now, I could probably look into getting a replacement, but I just got this new. My husband keeps texting me. He's at the doctor's and he's waiting. So I'm sure he didn't know I was going to be filming. So anyway, get some kind of printer that's going to work for you guys. Now, for years, I did not have labels. I just used paper and printed out my eBay labels and then cut them out. But what I recommend highly is getting 8.5 by 11 half labels. So the company that ships you to those to you, there's going to be 2 labels per 8.5 by 11 sheet. I just pre-cut them. I tear them in half or cut them. So then I just put one at a time in my printer. So every time I want to print a label, it's ready to go. You just print it, peel it, and stick on your package. Gosh, for years I was doing printing on paper, cutting it out with my scissors, and then using clear packing tape to tape it to my packages. Gosh, I've only been using labels for maybe 3 to 5 years. I didn't know anything about it, but I know a lot of people start out doing that. It's a time saver to do these labels. Just peel and stick. You don't have to cut them out. You don't have to tape them on with packing tape, but do whatever you got to do. If you need to do it the old school way with cutting them out and taping with clear tape, do it. But labels is the way to go. They're inexpensive. They're like $10 for 100 labels, something like that. You get on eBay or Amazon, and they last a while, depending, obviously, how many labels you print. You're gonna need some kind of packing materials. So that is in the form of bubble wrap and packing paper. That's all I recommend. Don't get packing peanuts. You could get those air-filled bubble things, but I don't use those very often. A lot of times the package won't close with them. I don't use them. So the only 2 things I recommend are bubble wrap and packing paper. And Dollar Tree sells packing paper now. So you can even get that Dollar Tree. I get mine at Dollar Tree and Walmart. Walmart, you get a big thing of it for like $4 or $5, and it'll last a while. And then bubble, a lot of people do American Bubble Boy. I used them once. It took a week to get to me because I'm in Eastern Oregon. A lot of things, it takes about a week for Amazon to get to me. So to me, I just buy them locally. If it's going to take a week to get to me, I'd rather just go buy them at Walmart. Or Dollar Tree also sells little packing tubes, but they don't last very long. I do both. I heard American Bubble Boy is great, but because I'm in the area I'm in, it takes too long to get to me. If you want to look into that, I hear in some places it can get to you within a day or 2, and that's great. I got nothing against them. I can't use them. When I'm low on bubble wrap, I just go to the store and get it. But you're going to need bubble wrap and packing paper. Those are 2 things I recommend for packing. Now, if you're not going to pack anything breakable, you do not need those things. Let's say you're just selling clothes and shoes. Well, then you don't need those. All you will need is poly envelopes, which you can get those on eBay and Amazon. Get at least 4 different sizes from small to large. I even get the really large ones because I do tend to ship bigger items, but it all depends. Now, if you're just shipping shirts or tops, skirts, whatever, you could just get like 1 or 2 sizes. I get 9 by 12 and 10 by 13. And those are the 2 I use for my clothing. So yeah, if you're not shipping anything breakable, you don't need bubble wrap or packing paper. But I'm an everything seller until I pare it down. I'm trying to niche down, but still an everything seller at this point. So yeah, it is a lot easier to not, pack up things. It takes a lot more time, and then you got to buy the bubble wrap and the packing paper. But if you're just selling clothing, you don't need those things. Get the poly bags and get the free stuff on USPS.com. Make sure you sign up with them. You just need to put your name and address on there. And then whenever I need to order free supplies, I just get on there. It takes about a week to get to you. But the things I ordered like 4 different sizes of mailing boxes. I don't do flat rate. I rarely do flat rate. I do the mailing boxes, and mailing boxes means it's going to go by weight. Flat rate is a flat amount that you have to charge your customer. But I would just do non-flat rate boxes. And it'll just say mailing box. So get the large to medium to small. I use the small a lot. So for the mailing, but make sure it says mailing boxes. And you also want to order your envelopes there at the same time when you're on USPS.com. I order a lot of the padded envelopes. I get the legal flat rate envelope, and the letter flat rate envelope. But the majority of my packages that I'm going to use a flat rate envelope for go in the padded. So I don't use the legal or the flat rate very often, but I have them as a backup. It's good to have. My husband keeps texting me. Love him. He's a sweetie. He's going to start getting on my channel more. He hasn't been on it much because I'm filming while he's at work. So he said, I need to get on your channel. I go, I know you do. So, all right. You need to get some kind of packing tape and a packing gun. I've got 3 or 4 guns with, guns with eBay packing tape, and then I've got a clear packing tape on one. You need at least 2 tape guns, and then you're going to want to get several, packing tape rolls. Now, every quarter, you're going to get $25 free. That eBay gives you $25 free coupon for shipping supplies. So I usually use that for packing tape, but you could use it for whatever you want, boxes or padded envelopes or whatever is in the eBay shipping supply store. But you definitely need a tape gun. Now, if you're just shipping clothes, probably won't need one. But this is definitely if you're going to ship breakables or anything that goes in a box, you definitely need a tape gun. So, and I have like 3 or 4 of them, and I have them ready to go with the tape roll already on them, so I could just grab the gun and tape the box and go. All right, if you're going to sell caps or hats, you're going to need those heads. I was using those styrofoam heads for a long time. I don't like them. I bought a different kind. It's plastic. I showed on my past video. And anything, any kind of shaped head you're going to want to use for hats or caps. Now, you don't have to. You could put the hat or the cap just on your photograph table and take pictures that way, but I think it looks cool on some kind of head, so you could see what it's going to look like on your head. You put it on your own head if you want, but I don't like to put pictures of myself on the internet like that. So I have done that. I've had my son or my husband model something I'm selling, and then they're just cut off their face or fuzz it out or something. Anyway, I digress. The other thing you want to get is, if you're going to sell clothing, you don't have to do this. You could put the clothing item directly into the poly envelope or the padded flat rate envelope, depending how heavy it is. If it's over a pound, you're going to want to put in the padded flat rate envelope. Most clothing is under a pound, so you would put it in the poly bag, and you could ship it off just shirt to bag. But I like to put my clothing in plastic gallon bags. I've used the kind from the store. You can use them from Dollar Tree or whatever store you go to, just to get regular clear plastic gallon bags. Or you could do what I do for Amazon. You could get the 9x12 or the 10x13. I have both. And they're clear plastic bags, and they've got adhesive that you take off. Once you put the clothing item in the bag, you seal it, and it's great. And I just realized that I should show you guys what that looks like. So hold on. This is 9x12. So yeah, you could see the adhesive strip. Put your item in here, and then you fold it over. Pull that off, fold it over. Voila, clothing item in there. And then I use these numbering system, get them eBay or Amazon. They're just sequential numbers, and it's a whole roll. I just don't want to grab my whole roll because I'm not in my office right now. So what I do is, some people put them sequential in their bins. I don't do that. When I sell something out of a bin and I have more room, I stick it in the bin. And then what I do is I have 29 bins for clothing. So I'll just find out what bin has room in it. Let's say it's bin 15. I just write on there 15. I put that in there. And when I go down to my basement to put my clothing in my bins, I know where to put it. So that's the way I do it. Everybody has their own way. And by using these numbers, putting this in the SKU on eBay, the SKU field, and by using Tote Scan, I found 99% of my items where in the past I couldn't find them, or I'm digging through every tote or bin. So it's awesome. I sure love Tote Scan, and that's something you guys could look into It's just type in tote scan on Amazon, and it's like 15-20 bucks for a kit, and they give you like, I don't know, they give you like 50 labels, something like that, and you can always get refills. It's great. It's a great tracking inventory system, and I love it. I highly recommend it. So then the last thing I'll just tell you guys is you're going to need some kind of bag for all your packages. Hopefully you have a lot when you're starting. But maybe you have one or two, it doesn't matter. But you need some kind of bag. Use whatever you have. I've used like those Ross or TJ Maxx bags. You could use anything. Use these shopping bags. But I like IKEA. I have one of their huge bags for when I have a bunch of packages. But you could also get the smaller bags. IKEA has some great bags. They're like a plastic, like a coated plastic with a handle. So that's just easier when you grab the handle and you take it out to your post office. And you might want to ship, if you have heavier items, you might want to include shipping for FedEx and USPS too. Now, you won't need to do this if you're just selling clothing or shoes. If the item is 1 pound or less, which is first class, you're golden. You don't need to worry about that. But I ship items. I've shipped items up to 15 pounds or something. So then you want to make sure your buyer has the option of shipping via UPS or FedEx, because a lot of times they have cheaper rates than USPS. So that's all I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to put a little footage on here if I can, when John and I went to breakfast at the Wild Horse Casino. It's been a couple months now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I want to say thank you to all those that have subscribed. I've gotten a few subscribers lately. Thank you so much. Still building this channel. I appreciate every subscriber, every viewer, every person who gives me a thumbs up or comments. I appreciate you so, so much. And if you comment, I'll get back to you right away. So thank you, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Love you so much. Bye. We are at the Wild Horse Casino.
Good morning.
Traditions Restaurant. Give you guys a little peek around. And there's a really cool, around there too. Can't really see. But
cheap, good breakfast here. It's nice that because it's part of a casino, you can get, egg sausage or bacon and toast, for $8, or an omelet for 10.
I know, this is our first time here, but look at these.
Just watching the food we haven't gotten our breakfast yet, but
very fancy.
Watching the food roll.
They brought them out like this. Yeah. We're impressed so far, so we'll see how the food is. Very classy. Really good food. Should have showed you guys my food, but it's all gone now. I'll have to show you the cool water feature as I leave the restaurant. Leaving the restaurant. Oops. Give you guys a little bird's eye view. I want to show you guys this cool.
Oh, I wanted to show you what
you're in my way.
Oh, sorry. Bye. Have a good one.
I wanted to film this. Okay. This is so cool. Changes colors. So now we're purple, pink, red. Wow, changes colors. Okay. I love that.
The plateau is on the second floor. I'd like to check it out if you don't know it.
What is the plateau?
It's like a fancier restaurant. Like we want to go for your birthday or something.
Oh wow! Oh, you can't go the elevator.
Oh shoot.
Oh honey, we can't go at all. It's cordoned off.
Okay.
No entrance.
It's not bad.
Oh, it changes. Okay.
Ooh, a 32-ounce bone-in ribeye for 100 and so. Look. Oh, 80 per person.
Ooh. Okay, out of our budget. Wow, they make bake.
Seafood pasta.
What did you say?